such an asshole!
Greetings from a snowstormy Rapid City, South Dakota, where I, Aaron Clary, the world's only professional asshole, will do the thing I do and the things and the stuff. And you can tell I'm in such a happy mood. Aaron, I'm doing well in life. I have lots to be thankful for. I'm 29 years old, fit and healthy. I went to school for electrical engineering, and now I worked as you're in management. Between my job, side businesses, and rental real estate, I make $110,000 a year before tax. My net worth is $400,000. I have a nice lifestyle. It costs me about $2,500 a month. I have a great relationship with my girlfriend. My problem is that I am a pessimist and tend to focus on the negative. Dealing with the bullshit at work makes me feel frustrated and insecure in my ability to do my job well. I spend time thinking about the stresses of my job when I'm not working. I worry about the political direction of the United States the world is heading, which drives me to always be making contingency plans. Focusing on my flaws drives me to improve my skills, but then I feel guilty when I have a day where I'm not working towards some goal. I know that I am making good choices. I like being smart, disciplined, and responsible person. In my mind, I understand life is short and I'm going to die someday, but in my gut, I have a hard time relaxing and letting go. How can a guy like me let go and enjoy life? Will I ever feel like I can relax? Am I destined to always be striving? Please let me know. Hope this video response can help other young, successful guys like me enjoy life. And so I asked, well, do you own any silver, cryptocurrency, gold, or overseas investments? And have you read Enjoy the Decline? I own gold, silver, and crypto. Other than the international stocks in my 401k, I have no foreign investments. I skimmed Enjoy the Decline a couple of years ago, COVID, blah, blah, blah. Well, go read that. But let's talk about, individually, and I guess we'll go philosophically. That might be a way to do it. All right. You are not irrational worrying about work, worrying about the direction of the country, worrying about things that should be worrying about. Because that's ingrained in any real man's mind. If you've lived a soft, cushy lifestyle where you're accustomed to government checks or daddy's checks and everyone else is responsible for you, you don't think much beyond why I deserve stuff and where's my next government check. But if you're brought up poor or you struggled or you strive to support yourself, you are acutely aware to where the rubber hits the road, every required action and responsibility that you have to take in order to support yourself and generate a living. And your side businesses as well. That's another, going and becoming an electrical engineer is one thing, all the schooling and studying that goes into that, but becoming an entrepreneur, you got to set up a company, you got to do this, you got to make sure the supply chain is completely connected, you got to make sure everyone does their job. And so I presume you didn't come from a pampered or cushy lifestyle. And because you didn't come from a pampered or cushy lifestyle, how you got ahead was by assessing risk. And you're exactly like me in this regard. I can assess every risk. I'll be with a group of friends. I'll be with my girlfriend or a girl I was dating. Like, we got to go now. What? Why? What are you like? And for example, I was out hiking and we're at this hot springs in the middle of the mountains. It was early spring, so there's still a lot of snow up there. We're hiking through like some 3 feet of snow drifts at times. So we're at this hot springs and I'm looking around. I'm like, the sun is going to go behind that mountain pretty soon and it's going to get bitch ass cold and we're going to lose light. So we should go. No, we're fine. We got headlights and all that. I said, well, I'm leaving now. Most people do not pick up on threats, legitimate ones. And you're not irrational or paranoid or something like that. The political direction of the United States, yes, you should be, and you should be making contingency plans. Your flaws and you should be improving your skills, yes. And so when the threat is real, you should be concerned, and the threat is real. So you're not being irrational. If you're like, I worry about, I don't know, something statistically unlikely to happen, then I'd be like, okay, then maybe you got something wrong. But no, these are serious concerns. This is what mature, responsible adults do. But as it comes to these individual ones, we'll go through it individually. Work. Okay, well, what are you doing to assuage your concern? You're working more. You're studying up. You're skinning up. Good. Did you do that? All right. That's all that can be done. Knock it off now. I'm not saying don't concern yourself with it. Don't be on, don't do a constant SWOT analysis, looking around and finding out, what's wrong, who's there, what's the. I'm not saying get lax, but you can say, all right, I've done everything I could. I finished it off. I know, and another thing, this isn't about the individuality, is don't fight it, man. Fighting it makes it worse. Because I try to sit and take 2 days off. Just drives me nuts. Because I don't mind working. Um, Plus, I have some major stuff to do that I gotta. But sitting there and forcing it, that's like forcing a dog to be a cat. You know? But then you're worried about the political direction, right? You have silver, you have gold, you have crypto, right? If you want to feel better about yourself, maybe relax, compare yourself to the average American. Doesn't even have a positive net worth because Americans are stupid. You're also stupid. That's not an opinion. I really would. My listening audience is awesome. It's all the other Americans. You guys are my favorite children. But compare yourself to all the other Americans who just don't even have $1,000 in their savings account. The only thing you can do, and you should do it, is maybe start to look to overseas investments, physical assets overseas that the United States government cannot confiscate, a place that you could go to if they want to start the communist purges again. Not that you're purging communists, to be communists purging all the productive people. They're like, where's the food? We killed all the people who made it, but they were white males. I know they had to die, but we're going to die. Irony. You're continuing to improve your skills. You're working out. I know they make good choices. Smart, disciplined, responsible person. Short, I'm going to die someday. All right. So you've taken individual actions to lessen the risk to the least amount of risk possible. But you need to understand that life is not risk-free. No matter how good you are at eliminating risk, and you could still get laid off. Your girlfriend could still go fuck another guy. Not to give you another thing to worry about. Hang on, I better move my arm before the light thing goes off again. You're coming with contingency plans. You're diversified into anti-inflation assets. What you have to realize is that there is going to be a limit to what you can do, and you've more or less done it, and so there's nothing left. Always be on the hunt. Always have something, certainly, but realize that you've pretty much done it. Then we get into the more philosophical aspect beyond what you practically can do, and this is where you're like, well, how do I relax? How do I let go? Dude, I wish I knew. I wish I freaking knew, because then I could relax. And it has been so long since I was a carefree child, or idealistically hopeful and optimistic. That was my last semester of college where I thought I'd get a real job and finally this school and this hell would be over, and it didn't happen. But after a while, it's part of your nature, and this is why I say don't fight it. But a philosophy I've been using is, do you want the remainder of your life to be like the first part or half or 2/3 of it? And that's what I'm trying to make some serious changes in 2021, mentally anyway, or philosophically, where I don't watch the news. I don't care. People are like, oh my God, can you believe the Democrats did this? I'm like, did it involve stealing other people's money? Yeah, how'd you know? Because that's what they do. Wait. Did they give you the added insult of giving you a preposterous explanation as to why they're entitled to steal your money? Yeah, they said whatever. Something because you're disadvantaged because you come from a nuclear family or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. It's like, yeah, I don't really care anymore. And I'm not saying give up your job. I'm not saying give up work. It gives you purpose and stability. But, realizing there is only so much you can do and that you are going to die, and making a commitment to make sure you enjoy the rest of your life, that I've found has helped me out a lot. It's like tonight, after I'm done with these video requests, I'm more or less caught up with everything, and I'm going to go for a hike, probably in the Badlands because it's a little cold in the Black Hills. And just like your brain was conditioned to go into survival mode or fight or flight and all this, it's going to take a long time of you forcing yourself to relax and go have fun to biophysiologically, neuroplasticity, whatever that word is, neuroplasticity, like reprogram your brain. And so one thing you could do is take a Sabbath. Like I do not work Sundays. I only do fun things. Make sure you do a fun thing every day. I do that. Usually it's taking the GF out for dinner or that's about having a cigar. Working out, I don't view as fun. I don't like it. The summertime, when there's no snow, I can golf, I can hike. It's a lot of hours. Another thing you could do, I'm learning this, live in a part of the world you want to live in, where you can go outside and play. For me, it's South Dakota and Vegas. For a lot of other people, it's usually Colorado. And I love Colorado and Utah. It'd be wonderful. Do you live in a shitty place of the United States? Well, then try and find a cool place. Get reconnaissance, man. Read through that. Find out where you got. And it's amazing what your environment will do for you. Like, I've never been miserable in Moab. I've always been happy. Not just a little like, yeah, I'm kind of happy. I'm like, ah. It's like you're the kid constantly being led into Disneyland. Like, ah. I've never been unhappy in the Black Hills. I've been angry, of course, but never like long term. It's just like, that was great. So that's another thing. If you got a great relationship with your girlfriend, improve it. Have her get in the lingerie. Go to yandy.com. Say, hey, let's spice it up, because that's probably the number one person in your life. Of course, that. And not that she doesn't have support or anything like that, but hey, why not a little bit more support? Put on those heels. There you go. Now go make me a sandwich. Okay, giggly. And then she runs and bounces away with her big titties. I'm just assuming your girlfriend has big titties. She might actually have small ones, but in my mind, I like to think she has big, bouncing titties. Just picturing pigtails too, just like a bubbly girl. Will I ever feel like I can relax, or am I destined to always be striving? You are destined to always be striving. It's just to what level and how loud that will be. There will always be this little thing in the back of your head. The issue is whether, and here's another thing. This is where people disagree with me, but they're wrong. Everyone's like, the work can get done tomorrow. It's like, that's why you have a house mortgage. That's why you don't have any retirement savings. That's why you suck. And then you're going to ask me, how you're able to ride your motorcycle to Alaska clear? We can't all take 2 months off. It's like, so I am relaxing. I just conglomerate it in one shot and do really fun, epic shit. Well, you just take it and amortize it 2 days out of the week. I am all for you getting your work done, because psychologically you will not be able to relax until you get your work done. Or at least to a level where you're like, no, cool, I got nothing to worry about. And that's kind of my goal, is to get like to a point every day where it's like, nope, the work is done. And then what is it, 1 p.m.? I'm gone. I did my workout. I did my asshole consulting. I wrote something. I did something funny on the internet. I got paid. Get the F out of here. And how old are you? You're not even 30. Yeah, it's going to be a while. Take that energy, man. Do it while you can. Take that energy and make money. But overall, do everything you can to lower your risk and improve your skills and improve yourself. But 2, realize you have an obligation to yourself to enjoy your life. Because if you don't, it will be as miserable as the first your first 40% in your case. Because like, I got 1/3 of my life left. It is not the fuck if I'm going to be as pissed off and angry as I was the first 2/3. I'm going to enjoy life, and I'll always get pissed off, like today in traffic. Oh my God. I know I love this place, but my God, the people are so slow sometimes with the driving. You're like, what old lady is dead? You pull up, it's a 26-year-old guy. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Come on. Well, that's it. All right. Let's go to the super chats. Go. Vlad Elkham's in the house. Just want to let you guys know, special celebrity in the chat room, Vlad Elkham's. Public nuisance, $5. Yo, Cappy, ever tackle a car repair project, spend countless hours on it, and then figure out you would have been better off taking the damn car to the shop? More the motorcycle, but it's always been a function of how busy I was with other stuff. Like I could probably fix anything if I have the time. But yeah, there's been times where I'm like, oh, this was totally not worth my time. I should just pay because I'm busy now. Recessions are great though, because recessions like there's no opportunity cost. There's no opportunity. I guess I'll just, and that's when I was working. I got into motorcycle riding, and I bet you there's a direct correlation between, or inverse relationship between my pay and how much I worked on taking apart cars and vehicles. It was like, well, it's $10 an hour. Well, I guess we're fixing our vehicle today. You can't even afford it either. But yeah, sometimes that does happen. Fred Freeman Saul, $5. I'm offshoring soon. Former Eastern Bloc countries have good economic growth and slender people. West is reversed. Yelling call for global minimum corporate tax now. Yeah. It's the thin, good-looking women or just good-looking people is huge. So I want to give some Dre, Berlin. Who else? Marlon, Darius, Vince, Marcus, all the black dudes who tune in. Donovan. I want to let you know that you guys are not alone. You no longer have a monopoly on droopy pants down to your knees. I saw a white guy with it today, South Dakota. I'm looking at this, and he was like buying lottery tickets and typical dumbass shit. You know, the dumbasses who wear the pants down there are all, and they do dumb shit. Half expecting him to pay with a check and get some cigarettes along the way. I'm looking at this guy, and he's dressed like a fucking clown. And I'm like, fuck this place, man. I don't need to see this. I'm not saying everyone's got to be a hot, buxom redhead with the curvies and a nice dress on, but it's like, dude, even the guys become an eyesore. It's like, what? And then this old lady it wasn't a fashion, like the knees and had been ripped off of her pants. And she looked, I don't think she was homeless, but she looked the next step up, whatever that is. And I'm just looking at that. I'm like, I don't need to see this shit. I don't need to see this shit. I want to go where people dress up and look nice when they go out in public. Freeman Sowell, $2. Kinsey professor stole my Aganza. Happy Zag lost LN. Fred, are you drinking? What? Fred Freeman Saul for what is no doubt a Mexican poops. They're all Mexican poops. Public nuisance, $5. Do you worry enough about Korochan to take the jab? Companies are pushing employees. No, I'm not. No, I think I had it. I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get the vaccine. I might get the coronavirus, but I'm not going to get the vaccine. No. I have lost zero sleep. I think I've gone outside every day. Like when they said to do something, I didn't do it. I did the opposite. Don't go out. No, you really shouldn't. Oh, but can I? I can? Fuck you. Fred Freeman saw $2. Why Gen Y dates don't like Applebee's these days? Sad one. Is anyone even taking? I remember Applebee's. That was pricey in my day. Like, do you guys even take girls to Applebee's anymore? Does anyone take girls to dinners anymore? I think that's kind of off the table now. All right, there you go. More on the way. See you guys soon. Toodles.